What if I told you people line up every morning, not just for coffee, but for comfort? A simple cup that costs less than $1 to make sells for $8. Yet millions can't start their day without it. This isn't a story about caffeine. It's about how Starbucks turned coffee into a global lifestyle. It all started in Seattle, 1971. Three friends, Jerry Baldwin, Zev Siegel, and Gordon Bowker, opened a small store selling roasted coffee beans and equipment. There was no espresso machine, no cozy chairs, no playlists. Just bags of coffee and the dream of sharing quality beans with their community. But then, a young marketing executive named Howard Schultz walked in. He was fascinated, not by the beans, but by the idea of coffee as an experience. A few years later, on a trip to Milan, Italy, Schultz noticed something magical. People weren't just drinking coffee, they were connecting, talking, unwinding. Every cafe felt like a little piece of home. That's when it hit him. What if Starbucks wasn't just a store? What if it was a place people came to feel something? When Schultz returned to Seattle, he pitched the concept. Let's make Starbucks a cafe, where coffee isn't just served, but celebrated. The original founders didn't agree. They wanted to sell beans, not cappuccinos. So Schultz took a bold step. He started his own cafe called Il Giornale, inspired by Italian coffee culture. And soon, the customers didn't just come for coffee. They came for the ambiance, the music, the experience. In 1987, Schultz bought Starbucks from the original founders and began building what we now know as Starbucks, a global brand that sells belonging. Starbucks was built on a simple idea: create a third place between home and work, where everyone feels welcome. Think about it. You walk into a Starbucks anywhere in the world and you instantly recognize the warmth, the aroma of fresh coffee, the soft jazz, the barista who calls your name out loud. That's no accident. Every element from the cup to the lighting was designed to make you feel at ease. Howard Schultz once said, "We're not in the coffee business serving people. We're in the people business serving coffee." Starbucks became more than a logo. The green siren, inspired by a twin-tailed mermaid from Greek mythology, symbolized mystery, allure, and connection. Every detail told a story. The music playlists, curated to match the time of day. The barista writing your name on the cup, that's personal branding. The design of every store, adapted to local culture but keeping the same cozy soul. And that's how a $4 latte suddenly felt like a treat, not a transaction. You weren't buying coffee anymore. You were buying comfort, consistency, and belonging. It became a ritual. Your name on a cup, your moment of calm. And that routine turned millions of people into loyal fans. From that one Seattle store, Starbucks expanded across America, and soon, across the world. By the 2000s, it was opening one new store every 15 hours. Today, there are over 38,000 stores in 80 countries. From New York to New Delhi, from Paris to Tokyo, Starbucks became a symbol of modern life. But here's the secret. Starbucks didn't just sell coffee. It sold a lifestyle of aspiration. Holding that green cup said something about who you were: creative, on the go, modern, connected. It was the lifestyle equivalent of Apple's iPhone or Nike's sneakers, a brand that made people feel part of something bigger. The brilliance of Starbucks isn't in its coffee beans. It's in the emotion it brews. A simple $8 drink became a daily habit because it promised more than taste. It promised comfort, familiarity, and identity. Starbucks turned coffee into community and routine into ritual. So next time you sip that latte, remember, you're not just buying a drink, you're buying belonging.
So, what can other brands take away from this? First, design experiences, not just products. Every sip, sound, and sight at Starbucks tells the same story. Second, be consistent but never static. The brand evolves. Seasonal drinks, new store designs, yet it always feels familiar. And third, build rituals. From my morning coffee to let's catch up over Starbucks. They turned a simple drink into a daily habit. When your customers make you part of their routine, that's when your brand becomes timeless. So next time you walk into a Starbucks, look around. You'll see people working, dreaming, connecting, all with the same green cup in hand. That's the power of emotional branding. It's not about price or even product. It's about purpose. Starbucks didn't just sell coffee. It sold a lifestyle. And that's the story behind the $8 cup. But that's just one cup in a world full of brand stories. Every week here on Mini Brand Tales, we uncover how ordinary ideas became extraordinary brands. From Nike's fearless, just do it, to Airbnb's idea of belonging, and next, a story that'll change the way you look at everyday products. Because behind every logo, there's a lesson. And behind every brand, there's a moment that made it timeless. If you love learning how brands shape our world, hit subscribe and join me next week for another story, only on Mini Brand Tales.